Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I like to do is to create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out treasure hunting. And today, what we are looking at is the loot that I got going across a few states, Montana, Idaho, and Washington. Drove out to visit grandparents in central Washington. And this is all the stuff that we got along the way. Now, it was just myself, and I had a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old in the car, so I was heavily limited in my ability to stop and thrift and antique. So, you know, I think we did pretty good considering we're only able to stop parts of the ways along the route. So yeah, some of the stuff came from Washington, some came from Idaho, and some came from Montana. So let's go ahead and get in here and we'll see what's going on. Now, I haven't actually dug into these watches yet. I wanted to save that for the video, but I won't bury the lead. We did pretty good, I think. Let's start off with, now I always talk about little markings and how I love little markings. I'm going to start off with a bit of a treasure, and these are great because they're definitely my sunglasses now. And when you're at thrift shops, and you're looking in the sunglasses bin, one of the things you want to check for is if they're glass. Like these are actually glass. And then Ray-Bans and other quality makers actually will be marked, but not necessarily where you'd think they'd be marked. Not there or there, if they're old and vintage, like this pair is. They're actually marked in a weird spot, and I'm wondering if my phone can get it. You see right there? We've got our markings right there, and it's kind of behind this. Now, what are those markings? I don't know if you can see it there. The key thing is the A/O. And these are American Optics. So they're, if you put these on, you're like, oh, wow, everything's so clear. It's because they're just very, very good old school pilot sunglasses, and they were $2 in the sunglass bin because they look like any other pair of cheap Chinese sunglasses, but they are anything but cheap Chinese sunglasses. I'm not actually sure how much this pair is worth on the secondary market. A lot of times these are in the hundreds of dollars, and I think you can still buy something like this new, but I'm not entirely certain about this particular style. I have another pair around here somewhere that's a little bit of a different pilot's style, and they're good too, but I like these. They stay on my face a little bit better. But definitely check the sunglasses bin. Sometimes you can find yourself with a pair of very much favorite sunglasses, and these are ones that I keep in this nice hard case now, and they will be my driving sunglasses. I use them for the trip, at least once I got them, and they are perfect. All right, so that's one unusual treasure, certainly unusual treasure for this channel. You know, there's some things in here that are just like, this is just I think it's Holmes and Edwards, and I think it's just silver plate, but it was $2. Yeah, there it is, Holmes and Edwards, and it seemed old, and I thought there might be some chance of it being sterling handled, but upon review, I can't find any marking that it's sterling, and I haven't had a lot of time to try to research it yet, but I don't know that this one is going to be anything other than plate. It kind of looks like there's plate coming up here. But for $2.50, I thought that was a pretty good pie server that somebody's definitely going to want. Oftentimes the silver plate is so worn out, it's not worth grabbing. In this case, I thought that was worth coming home with. And if anyone can tell me if Holmes and Edwards marked this handle as sterling, I would appreciate it, because if this is a sterling handle, that was a great deal. If it isn't, I still think it's a good deal. Now we have other fun things. Let's see here. We'll skip to a nice ladle, which cost me a whopping 99 cents. And if we zoom in here, what do you got there? Now, you'll see international silver a lot, but this is an example of international sterling. So, yep, that is a sterling ladle for 99 cents. And when I got that, I also got this. Now, you might look at that and think, oh, that just looks like silver plate. And at first I did. It was actually one of the last things I looked at when I was looking through the silver plate at this thrift shop. But you always check everything, because here we have $2, but then look what we got. Right there. Steiff sterling. Now, I didn't know Steiff made sterling. All the Steiff I've ever found has been pewter. So this was a new one on me, and I found that exciting. So we're doing pretty good with the sterling department there. Set that there. I also grabbed these at another location, and I grabbed them because they were high quality. They were $2, and they're gold fill, as you can see. And I wasn't sure what they were made of, if they were bone or maybe forbidden tooth. I'm not sure. What do you folks think? In either case, I thought they were pretty, and I thought they would definitely be worth rescuing from a cheap pin bin that somebody might want. So came home with those. Came home with this, which these are a good source if you're looking for gold fill. Definitely check the pins, because they're generally marked quite boldly as gold fill, as you can see right there. And even the white metal pins like this one, that's just white gold that it's made out of. So they're definitely good to pad out your gold fill bin, and they're pretty. You very likely may have someone who wants to wear a pin like this, or maybe you yourself wants to wear a pin like this. Just because a lot of these pins end up being costume, don't discount them. They can be very high quality and very, very nice things. Okay, so with that, we will crack into these. Now, this one I grabbed because there was a specific watch in it. I don't know what else was in here necessarily, but I grabbed it. Let's see. I think most of these are just like cheap. What do we got? Guess. Did you know? I don't know. Is that Juno? Made in China? Guessing not quality. A lot of the stuff is pretty worn out. Timex. Hey, it's still running. That's kind of cool. Well, now I'm trying to remember why I grabbed this one. We'll see in a sec here. That's a Klein, kind of a chunky thing. Oh, there's a little Loris. Last but not least, the reason I grabbed this, my brother likes these a lot, and he said he collected them at one point. So that is a Bulova Accutron, and they are the first electric watches, and that little symbol there is a tuning fork, because instead of using a quartz action, they used a tuning fork. I'm not sure. This still seems to have plastic on the back. And I think, no, it was in that bag, so I can't, no. We may just have to slap a battery in that, and off we go. I don't know. When I finish this video, I'll text a picture to my brother and see how he feels about this. But I really like the dial on it, and I thought it was worth the, I think that one was, what was that one? That bag was $9. So I thought this watch was worth $9. Certainly as a gift from my brother. Somebody has worn it quite a lot, though. And I think I can date it with the serial number. I'll have to look at that. But it's clearly never been cracked. Somebody wore it until the battery wore out, and that was that. So, all right. I'm going to set that one up into good stuff pile. And then we'll finish out. We're going to do two things with this video. I'll finish out this bag, and then I will also show footage from one of the little places we stopped along the way, which was the 50,000 silver dollar casino. And I'll show you what 50,000 silver dollars up on the walls look like. Okay, so this is a little bit more exciting bag to me. And again, we paid, what, $8 for this bag. And the reason I got this bag, I'm not gonna bury the lead here, was this particular watch. And I just thought this was something I had not seen before, and I needed to look closer. So it's Benrus. I don't know that it's working. That goes nicely. Little ladies watch, but what I was curious about was this band. And I couldn't see. There it is. So it's a gold filled. So it's like a gold filled bracelet. And I was curious how this worked. Like, oh. Interesting. Well, now we know how that works. So this was sort of a curiosity sort of a thing for me. And I'm thinking the whole thing is gold fill. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Yeah, rolled gold plate, so basically gold fill. So it's not solid gold or anything, but it's a pretty nice little gold fill watch, realistically. And there's a fair bit of gold in something like that, in a 1/10. So I think we did fine on the lot. And maybe somebody can tell me something about this watch. The other nice thing is that it doesn't seem to be worn out. A lot of times the gold fill is, although I think the mainspring in this watch is not working. It doesn't let me wind it, and it doesn't sound like it's running. But yeah, now let's see if there's anything else in here. I don't know. Caravelle, so that's broken. But Caravelle is the was a Bulova, and they made watches that were a little more inexpensive with this brand. Base metal bezel, yeah. So that's just gold plate. So when it says the base metal bezel, that's what it means, is that this is just gold plate. So probably a decent action inside, but not gold. Now here's an actual Bulova, so that's going to be a step up. Probably going to end up being at least rolled gold or gold fill. What do we got? What does it say? Yeah, so Sarah, we've got 10 karat rolled gold plate. So that's a little bit better. And then is the band also? I don't think so. Might be. Looks like it is. But yeah, no, I'm fairly happy with me satisfying my curiosity about that. And then I think this watch was just nothing. Yeah, just a little. Just a little cheapy. Probably not cheap originally. What's this one? Oh, another Bulova. Cool. What do we got here? Bulova. So 10K rolled gold plate. All right, so it's another. It's not solid, but it's got a fair bit of gold in it. These, from what I see, usually these end up getting, you know, the action taken out, and then the rolled gold tends to get refined. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this section of the video. Oh, wait, one more thing. This is just a pin. I just thought it was cool. And I think it's just dirty, maybe? Somebody made it. I think it's leather. I thought it was really neat. And I thought somebody was going to want it, so I figured I'd rescue it. Oh, and I suppose for you stackers, how much silver did we get? All right, here we go. $40 grams, 92 grams. Can't complain. What that's spot right now is that's like 90 bucks. So awesome. I think we did pretty good. $90 for 3. at least on those. Of course, if you're averaging out everything you spent, you know, we spent more than $3 on everything, but we still did pretty good. So with that, I hope that you can use this information to go out and find yourself some treasure for yourself. And if you are interested in seeing 50,000 gold or silver dollars, please stay for the end of the video. Have a great day. What's up on the walls up there, guys?
Oh my goodness. That's great stuff.
How many do you think's up there?
I do not know. 50,000.
What? How many do you think's up there?
50,000.
Oh, I don't know. That many?
Yeah.
What's that?
Can we do one of those? Can we do one of those?
No, those games aren't for kiddos. Just a few silver dollars.
Like this, I've been Thomas.